everybody, it's Henry at Mowers and Blowers. Welcome to my revisited part 2 of my MTD/Cub Cadet lawn tractor. As you know from my last episode on this project, I put the engine that I got from 5-Speed Ash's trade into here. We mounted it, got it running great, kind of worked out the stator wire, the ignition switch, all that stuff, and put a battery in here, and this thing runs great. We even tried the PTO on the mower deck, but like the problem always existed before, even when I had it, right, when I got it, while the engine is running, the belt is a little too tight because the guy who had it before ran into something. There's a lot of evidence of a bent front part of that mower deck. So he hit something to cause the mower deck to go back at least an inch or two. And because it goes back an inch or two, right? If it goes back an inch or two, it makes the mower deck belt stretched. If it's stretched tight and it goes around the double stack pulley of the crankshaft while the engine is moving, it's going to turn the belt and turn the blades. Now it only turns a little bit like that, and then when you engage the PTO, right, to turn the blades, it goes super fast and it seems to be fine. However, I want to try to find another belt that's just a smidgen longer, maybe an inch or a ½ inch longer belt, so that it'll take away that, it'll create a slack so that the double stack pulley doesn't turn it. So that's on the horizon. But first, what's bothered me a lot was the fact that these tires are terrible. They're bald, you know? So I wanted to take another carcass of crap that I have in the backyard. It's the yard machines from MTD that I got for free. That's right, free, from Nick from Medford. He always gives me free carcasses of crap. Thank you, Nick. I appreciate it. Anyway, it's sitting in my backyard. It's got no engine, no deck, no seat. However, the 4 wheels on it are very good, and they hold air. It's been sitting back there for like 2 months. Has not lost an ounce of air. Also from my video, I explained that only MTD products, MTD, yard machines, yard works, Troy-Bilt, Cub Cadet, and whatever machines that MTD makes. I know I'm leaving a couple out there. Their wheels only fit their machines. If you had a Craftsman or a Murray or a Husqvarna or a John Deere, those wheels won't fit on MTDs, and MTD wheels won't fit on there. I remembered before I started taking that red yard machines apart for the wheels, I remembered a while back that I'd actually had a yard machines also, and I stripped it because it was a carcass of crap from Nick from Medford. And I had a rusty deck, the whole thing was rusted out, so I just basically cannibalized that machine for its parts. I remembered that it had 2 good wheels in the front. Good tread. It's not new, but it's in great shape. Has a little bit of dry rot, but this has been sitting in my shed for half a year, okay? Haven't done a thing to it. Still holds air. And I know that this is an MTD wheel. So theoretically, it should fit the diameter of this hub. It's a small diameter hub, which is why it won't fit on Craftsman's, or even though Craftsman now is MTD. You know, MTD makes the Craftsman tractors, but I still don't think it'll fit. But who knows? Maybe we'll try someday if I get a newer tractor, which I never get. You know, but I'm gonna. This is good. A good tire holds air. While this does hold air, it's completely bald. You know, so if I want to eventually sell this thing, right? I have to put some better tires on here, and I have them in stock, not doing anything, right? And the bonus is, they're already yeller. Hey! It was just a cotter pin through the axle, through the front end, and a big washer, and they popped in and out. I was having trouble with this one over here because when I took this one off, it has like a spacer in here, right, that came off the hub, and it was stuck on there, so I couldn't put it on. Then when I saw it on there, I took it off and put it back on here. So, you know, while these tires actually hold air, right, they're just bald, you know. So these are good for like emergency tires. Like if I go and pick up a tractor somewhere for free, and they're all down, you know, they're flat, whatever, and it's difficult for you to load into your van, I could bring these with me if it's an MTD and just pop them on, so at least, you know, I can roll it. But how about it, man? Holds air great, good tread, and it matches. They're yellow, you know what I mean? So, perfect. That left rear tire is flat. I ordered a couple of tubes because my so-called sponsor, Pro Parts Direct, stopped sending me stuff. I guess they weren't getting their money's worth. But anyway, so I ordered a couple of tubes. It was 18 bucks for 2 inner tubes. They're the 16 by 6.5 by 8-inch rim type. Got it on eBay. Came out to like $18.85 or something with tax. So that's like about $9 and change for 1 inner tube, which is about what they sell it for over at Harbor Freight Tools. So I wasn't in an urgent need for them, so I could wait for it instead of getting to my car and driving over there just to get it, you know what I mean? So with the gas back and forth, it's about the same, you know, and this way it's delivered right to my house. So I'll put that inner tube in there when I get it, and that'll fix the wheels. And then my next episode will be trying to figure out this deck. This deck has been the death of me. I could ATF this hood a little bit. Make it look nicer. So ho ho ho! Look what else I got done. As you can see, that ATF really worked well. Brings out the colors and the shine. Also did the seat too. I was going to put some Gorilla Tape on a couple of rips on the seat, but then, you know, the ATF is on there. It's kind of greasy, so it's not going to adhere. I'm going to wait a few days until it kind of dries a little bit before I put some Gorilla Tape on there. Yeah, just fix up the little cracks on the seats, you know. Check out what I just got done. Switch, first position, accessory on. Boom! That's right. I love lights. Gotta have nice lights. You know what? I might have to take the lenses out and clean them because they're kind of dirty. It's not too much trouble. Of course, they have a tendency to crack too. One of my subscribers, Fearless, that's Doug over in New Jersey, he says, "Hey Henry, you should really switch out this engine cover because it says Craftsman on it." Well, yeah, I actually have a bunch of covers. You know what? That's 4 bolts, 4 3/8, 2 1/4. So you know what I'm gonna do? One of my Instagram followers RDL equipment, sales and service. He sent me a bunch of stickers. That's right. Just cover up the word craftsman and give my boys RDL equipment some advertising, right? 508-252-4990. RDL equipment. Check them out on Instagram. There you go. Just saved me the trouble of swapping out that engine cover. Whatever works, baby. Couple of tabs. Comes right out, right? Get a cloth that's semi-clean or not greasy. How's that? Just to get the dust out, you know, from the inside. What's always dusty is the reflective paper that goes in here. You know what I like to say? I mean, I love lights, man. Lights just make everything look more professional and working. When somebody comes to see this tractor, maybe with the lights being on, they're like, ooh, tractor with lights. And they kind of forget about the other bad things about the tractor. You know what I mean? So it's a distraction, if you will. Look, if you got lights, right? Why not try to make them work? I see so many Instagram posts on, you know, mud mower kids, and they're all apart, pieces, and scribbled on. They have lights. You can just put lights on it, man. Just a couple of clicks of the screwdriver, and these pop right out, you know. I did all that stuff through time-lapse because I have a tendency to ramble on with my videos, and honestly, my past few videos have been like 45 minutes, hour and a half, you know. Granted, I do a lot, but I just keep it rolling, you know what I'm saying? But now I'm gonna try to keep the videos down to like maybe half an hour or something like that because, you know, I know exactly how you guys feel. While I do want to try to show you everything, right? It takes away from the video if you're looking at every little fundamental thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, people know how to change a tire. People know how to do all that stuff. At least, you know, I hope. But no matter what, I do have videos already that show that stuff. So if they didn't know how to do it, they could figure it out. So moving forward, I'm going to be doing more time lapses because I got new music from bensound.com, right? And we'll do the time-lapse stuff on the fundamental stuff that you don't really need to see every step. But if it's a new step, I'll take my time with it and show you how I do it. But how about that, huh? Just a little bit of a clean, right? And look at that. The light shines through those lenses a lot better now. You know what? The deck's kind of bothering me. While I'm not going to fix it in this episode, I will at least paint it. So I painted the deck. Looks much better now. I was starting to mask things off and I wanted to paint the tractor yellow, but I didn't think it was a good idea because the black paint hasn't really dried yet, you know. Deck looks 100% better with that Quick Color 98-cent black gloss spray paint I got from Home Depot. More times than not, though, I don't know if you guys ever have this problem, but as I'm trying to take the cap off, right, this cap, it's so hard to remove the cap sometimes that you break the nozzle when trying to take the cap off. It's happened to me a lot. I'm sick of it, you know? When you're trying to pull it off, once you pull it off, it hits the spray nozzle and breaks the shaft, so you can't use it anymore. I'm so annoyed. Well, what are you going to do, right? I mean, that's just how things go sometimes, you know? Things don't always go perfectly. But you just try to calm yourself. Say, pins and needles, needles and pins. It's a happy man that grins. And then you think, what am I mad about? Well, the nozzle broke on your spray can. So it's coming together, you know. surely better than the last time I attempted to fix this tractor, you know? At least the engine hasn't blown yet, you know? So thanks again to Nick from Lindenhurst, 5-Speed Ash, who hooked me up with this engine. I hope the trade is well worth it for you as well. Today we changed the 2 front tires to a set of 8 wheels, holds air. It's even the same color as the tractor, so perfect, you know. We painted the deck, even though I still need an episode to get that mower deck belt, a looser one. Tried to paint the tractor yeller, but Rust-Oleum lets me down just once again. I have so many problems with the broken shaft on the nozzle when trying to take off the cap. I couldn't tell you, probably a dozen times in the past year, you know. So that's 12 cans of spray paint completely wasted. Now I gotta go schlep the Home Depot and wait online and try to just return it just to get a can of spray paint, you know. It's a waste of resources and time, you know, honestly. Why can't you make the shafts like you used to? It used to be the nozzle with a little small shaft and you put it in the hole. That way when you take the cap off, it knocks it out of the hole, but it's not broken. This one is a shaft with the nozzle onto the shaft. Well, if it's on there too deep, when you take the cap off, the impact will just break the shaft. Use your brain, man. Anyway, we got the lights to work. We cleaned the lenses. We put the sticker on the word Craftsman. I buttoned up that those wiring harnesses over there, you know. And well, that's about it for today. I'll see you fellers next time on Mowers and Blowers. Hey guys, support my channel, buy a sticker. Also follow me on Instagram at Mowers Blowers. Check out my website, mowersblowers.com. See you guys on the next one. Have a great day.
See you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.